first video on YouTube, like actual making a video, not just like the shorts or anything. So bear with me. I might be a little nervous because normally I do like lives and things like that, and I don't know why, but it just seems easier to do lives than to talk to yourself on a camera. So it'll take me a little bit of time to get used to this. So first off, my name is Milan Martinez, and I started the Milan Art Institute program at the very end of February this year, so 2024. I'm a stay-at-home mother. I've owned my own businesses for about little over 20 years. So, anyway, so I'm just telling you a little bit about myself. We have a homestead here. I've homeschooled my kids for the past like 5 years, but this year they decided to go back to school. So it's a little different, but it's also given me a little bit of time to focus on my art, which is kind of fun. I really don't know how long they're going to be back in public school. I have my own opinions about that, but that's for a later date. I'm sure some of you out there know what I'm talking about. I don't exactly agree with a lot of the things being taught in schools right now. So I do have notes because I have to have notes to stay focused on what I'm doing. Why I started the Milan Art Institute, I needed to find myself, and I needed to find an outlet for me that was creative, constructive. I felt like I wanted to do something that meant something, not just to me, but to the world. I wanted to share like my voice with the world. So I found what I needed. I couldn't recommend the Milan Art Institute enough. I have loved drawing since I was a kid, and I took some of the art classes in college that I could, like the ones that I could take that I needed for graduating. I didn't really take it super serious. It was never something I was like, oh, you can, go to art school, or you can turn art into a business. Like it was not something in the forefront of my mind when I was younger. So yeah, I don't have like a ton of art experience. I did learn a lot from like a teacher at the alternative school that I went to. She was absolutely phenomenal. She taught me how to flip my art upside down if I got stuck when I was drawing, and like that was massive. That like was amazing. Changed my life forever on that. So but yeah, I mean, I've taken some art classes, but never anything on painting. And I don't know what it was. They totally captivated me when I saw some of their paintings, some of the work they did, especially Dimitra's work. Ellie's work's phenomenal too, don't get me wrong. It's not my style, but I love her artwork too. But Dimitra definitely spoke to me as far as her art and what she painted, things like that. So, let's see. Yeah, so in other words, I didn't think I could pursue art as a career. So I've owned my own store. I've had my own businesses over the years. And I'm currently in my late 30s, and I feel like this was perfect timing in my life that I found the Milan Art Institute. Since I have like so many skills on my belt now, you know what I mean, from being self-employed for so long, as far as like being able to make financial choices, like financial moves, sales, things like that, when to restock things. I don't know, I feel like I've got the back end of things already in my mind, so it was a perfect fit. But yeah, I feel like so much of my life has like prepped me for what I'm doing now. So, oh, and I can show you like an example of like something I tried to paint before starting the Milan. And this was like one of those Bob Ross videos. You guys can see I like followed along. This thing is all super dusty because I haven't pulled it out. Not something exactly I wanted to share with the world, but I wanted to show you guys like where I started from. And that was just from watching like Bob Ross videos on YouTube. Okay, so the very first like painting that we worked on, we did birds, and this was the one I did. I'm not gonna say this was like the best piece ever, but I was still blown away that I even painted something like this. Like, totally just blew me away. I used a little too much of the medium, so it kind of bled into the piece of wood right there. But it's freaking amazing, you guys. Like, I had no idea I had that in me, and I love how the program is structured. I mean, they got 4 sections, and they start at the very basics, which is drawing, and believe me, there were some assignments I did not want to do. Like, I was kicking and screaming in my head, like, oh my gosh, this is so boring, it's something I don't want to do. But believe me, every single class they have you do there is a purpose, and it helps you get to exactly where you want to go. Like, there's no fluff. They just cut to the chase. They teach you what you need to know to get to where you need to be. Like, it's not 4 years of school, like I can't say wasting your time. I'm sure 4-year colleges might have a really good structure for things, but I'm the type of person where I want to get in, I want to learn it, I want to get out, I want to do my assignments, like I just want to keep going and go at my own pace, which I love that it's online. I love that it's already pre-recorded videos. I love that I can follow along, or I can listen to it while I'm doing the assignments. I'm definitely a hands-on person, and I have to visually see it, and like, I don't know, like it helps when I'm listening and watching them paint and what they're teaching you to do as I'm doing it. And I would do each one several times, and everything got easier and better and better and better and better. It's crazy. I absolutely love the program, you guys. If that's your kind of style of learning, I think it would benefit you greatly to check them out. I will leave their link in the description of the video as well. That way you guys can check out the program. You can make payments too. You don't have to pay for it all up front, which was nice because, I just didn't have the money lying around. And I'm not going to give you guys prices because when I first saw their videos, I guess they were like a couple of years old, so the pricing was different. So it'd be kind of pointless for me to tell you like pricing and structure and everything because it could change or might not change. I don't know. But yeah, I was able to make payments on it, and that was super beneficial. And you guys, I've been selling my art since like the second week of starting the Milan Art program. It was absolutely mind-blowing. So it helped cover the cost of like my monthly payments by some of the paintings I just randomly made outside of assignments, and some of the assignments that we did I was able to sell too, which was really cool. But like I said, like this blew my mind. I never thought in a million years I'd be able to do something like this ever. Like, it just seemed so difficult. And some of the assignments, they were a little harder for me, so I had to do them a few times, like, just to get the hang of it. But they explain everything beautifully. They also have, like, coaching available, too, so you could pay a little extra for, like, having your own coach as well. But I really appreciated, like, being able to have the coaching groups because I could post images of my paintings. And if I had questions, they do have coaches that will answer the questions for you, too. All right, let's see. What else was I going to cover? Okay, so yeah, I already talked about that I did have some paintings that did cover the cost each month that I did that people wanted. So it did help cover the cost of the classes. But yeah, I do love how they structured it. They start with the basics. You got drawing, you got charcoal, and then they get more into like the different, you'll do paintings, like oil paintings, like right away. And don't feel like you have to go out like immediately and buy like all the paints under the sun. Like the primary colors, you definitely need those, and the warms and the cools. And they do go over all of that, in description when you start the program. So don't feel like you have to go get like 50, 60 different colors. Yeah, like you could literally get away with one painting with just the primaries. It's insane. Like you can mix colors to make anything. It's great. So, but I'm sure other people have a lot of questions about that. I know I did when I started, and I definitely spent more than I needed to on paints. I do recommend getting quality brushes though. Like don't just go to Walmart and get their brushes. You guys definitely need to get quality brushes. I did get their Fearless set, and there was the other one. I don't know, I got one of the kits. So it came with like their oil paints, their brush set. What else did it come with? I don't know, it came with a ton of things, but that was worth it. 110% worth it. And it was cheaper to buy their kit than it was to go out and get all the supplies and stuff from like different stores. And I did all the price matching. I have like a whole notebook of like everything. I just went through all the numbers at all the different stores, and I was like, okay, where can I get this the cheapest? Where can I get that? And I was just like, it was very overwhelming at first. So honestly, to save you guys time, money, the hassle, their kit is 110% worth it. So the quality of their brushes, I absolutely love them, and their paint is amazing. Let's see. Just gotta read through some of my notes. And yeah, like I already explained to you guys too, I did have to push myself through some of the assignments because I just didn't want to do them. But believe me, it is so worth it. Do not skip a single class. I love that it's broken down. Like, it's literally 4 years of college condensed in one program. And I think it's designed for you to be done with it in a year. But I'm almost done, and I started in February. So yeah, it definitely has not been a full year. So if I can do it, anybody else can do it. And even if you're like working or you're going to school, things like that, and you have a lot on your plate, you can still do this at your own pace. So I really, like I said, I really love the aspect of that, being able to work at your own pace. So you can go back and rewatch the videos as many times as you need. And once you've already paid off like everything, you have full access to like the whole school. So you can literally watch these videos for life and be a part of it, the whole thing. And but yeah, like I said, if you guys want me to go more in depth on like maybe the structure of the classes or like the 4 sections, I can definitely do that in another video. I don't want to like keep going forever and ever and ever. But this program has taught me way more than I bargained for, you guys. Not just to paint, but also how to overcome resistance, which is huge. It's like resistance is that negative voice in the back of your head, just like telling you can't do something, or you're not good enough, or, you know, you're never going to be able to do this. This program has definitely taught me how to overcome that. And that to me is like priceless. So I've also gotten to know myself on many different levels from this program. I know that sounds super weird, you guys, but like it really did. It's still teaching me to like find myself and figure out who I am along the way, and it's been incredible. So yeah, the Milan Art Institute, it's a profound experience. You get to paint, you get to draw, you learn how to do all of it. It's incredible, and you learn so fast, and they're teaching you what you need to know, and there's no fluff. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I think that's all I have for my notes, you guys. But yeah, these